London Irish Vintage Day reached £1 million in funds raised since it launched in 2011 with its latest annual event in Greenford.
Night and day, they know me, they know what to pour me. A wink of an eye, a howie of eyes, we're on our way. When you drink at the Kickerman,
Derek Ryan returned to headline the day's entertainment.
you could be rolling at a glass of gin, or swimming in a pool of stout. If you're swinging from the rafters, sure we worry about it after. You'd be doing well to get yourself kicked out of the Kickerman. We're easy going when the beer's flowing. If you're stressed, get it off of your chest. We're all friends. We've smashed guitars, dancing on the bar. When the sun comes out, it's forgotten about what happens at the Kick'em. Stays at the Kick'em when you drink it.
Tell us, Derek, how does it feel to be back here again at London Irish Vintage Day?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we played here a couple of years ago and it was a massive day and great weather as well, and it's the same again today, so expecting a big crowd and looking forward to putting on a good show. We're just going to head to the hotel and get a bit of sleep. We travelled through the night. We were in Wexford last night and Kerry the night before that, so yeah, we'll relax for a while and then we'll be ready to hit the stage in a couple of hours.
It's always special for you coming back here, coming back to London in any case, because you've just got such a history here and even played around.
Yeah, it is. I lived here for 7 years altogether and played in a lot of pubs just around the corner from here, really. So it's always a bit surreal to come back and play, you know, to big crowds. Remember playing in pubs when there was no one listening to me, really. So look, it's I always feel very much at home here in London as well, and I always look forward to getting back here, and I'm an Arsenal fan. I see even Arsenal top on you, so I get back here quite a bit for matches, maybe once a year, twice a year for matches as well, so it's always nice to be back.
This year's beneficiary charities are St Luke's Hospice, Stamp Out Suicide, HCPT and Air Ambulance Northern Ireland.
When you drink at the Kickerman, how they're never gonna kick you out. You could be roaring at a glass of gin, or swimming in a pool of stout. If you're swinging from the rafters, sure we worry about it after. You'd be doing well to get yourself kicked out of the Kickerman.
Tell us, Hannah, how does it feel to be here today for London Irish Vintage Day and with Air Ambulance Northern Ireland? It's how does it feel?
Oh, it's an amazing opportunity. Just absolutely delighted to be here today to represent the charity and spread some awareness for them. Because it's a charity, they rely so heavily on the public and donations and particularly events, people organising events, whether it is a small cake sale, whether it is taking part in the marathon or dragon boat race or skydive. They rely so much on the public for that, and only for the public are the reason that they are still going and that they can keep going.
The reason it's needed is because people do be quite remote, don't they? So there's not always a hope of getting a regular ambulance or getting people to hospital, should it not?
Absolutely, especially in rural areas where accidents can happen, particularly like farming accidents, road traffic collisions, fall from height, work accidents, any accidents that can happen, especially if they're in rural areas. It can be just a little bit more difficult for a normal ambulance to get to it, so therefore the air ambulance is a much easier method of transportation for those patients.
I bet you know of or hear stories all the time about people who are alive or were kept alive just because the air ambulance was there.
I'm actually one of them.
Really?
Yeah. I was a patient of the air ambulance in 2020 in January. I was involved in road traffic collision, again in a rural area, just about a mile from my house or so. I was involved in a road traffic collision with a lorry and the air ambulance was tasked out. So, yeah.
Well, so do you really believe you wouldn't be here with us today had it not been for the air ambulance?
Absolutely. The air ambulance was absolutely phenomenal that day. They worked alongside the Northern Ireland Ambulance Service, the police department and the fire brigade, and together they all worked to get me out of my car, which was a wreck at that time. And then the air ambulance were able to provide me with pre-hospital care at the side of the road, anything that I needed at all, whether it was a blood transfusion, they do other services such as like induced comas, they can do small operations at the side of the road, things like that. Anything that I needed, they were able to provide me at that time at the side of the road, and then their quick transportation to the hospital from my house to the Royal Victoria Hospital in Belfast, which is where the helicopter pad is. It is about an hour's drive. I was there within just under 20 minutes flight time, which is amazing, and only for that quick transportation and their quick response, they are more than likely the reason that I am still alive here today.
Yeah, I'm here on behalf of Stand Out Suicide. We're a charity based in Warrington, but we cover the whole country, and we provide free counselling to anybody that's living with suicidal thoughts. And our contact number is 077 66 808 222. A lot of people don't really feel comfortable picking up the phone and ringing, but they can also text us. Send us a text message if you're having suicidal thoughts. Don't be afraid to send us a text message. We can text back and over for a while, and eventually if you feel like you're able to talk, we can have a chat then, and if you want counselling, we can organise that as well for you. To be here today is absolutely brilliant. This is my second year here. Luckily for us, we're one of the 4 beneficiaries this year, and I'd like to thank the London Irish Vintage Club for supporting our charity this year, and obviously for everybody that comes here to support us as well. The thing is, there's approximately 10,000 suicides in the UK every year, and the figures in Ireland are the same statistically wise. There's over 1,000 every year in Ireland, and the thing about it is, suicide is actually the most preventable of all deaths. So I would say to anybody, if you're concerned for somebody, don't be afraid to ask them are they having suicidal thoughts, because you know what, it's just a simple question: have you thought about suicide? And if that person is suicidal, they will actually tell you the truth, because research shows that 9 out of 10 people, if they're asked the question, are they suicidal, they will tell you they are. Now, I know you might be concerned then and say, well, what do I do next? Well, just sit down with them, listen to them, and chat to them, and try and get them to go and seek professional help. And that's where we come in. Also, they could contact their GP, but just make sure they go and get help from somewhere, because once you start that process of getting help, it becomes a lot easier.
And obviously numbers in Ireland have always been high. I don't know if it's something in our culture about not seeking help. We're terrible for that. Is it a cultural thing, do you think?
It's actually very much a man thing more so than a cultural thing. Like men have this thing that, I can't be seen to show weakness. But it's not weakness. It's not weakness at all, Like if you fell and broke your leg, you'd have no problem seeking help. So if you're going through torture, just pick up the phone, contact us, speak to somebody. Don't be afraid, because there's nothing to be ashamed of. And trust me, once you start the process of counselling, things will get better. I can guarantee you that.
You'd be doing well to get yourself kicked out of the kicker man. Hey! When you drink at the kicker man, how they're never gonna kick you out. You could be roaring at a glass of gin, or swimming in a pool of stout. If you're swinging from the rafters, sure we worry about it after. You'd be doing well to get yourself kicked out of the kicker man. Oh, what happens at the kicker stays at the kicker. What happens at the kicker stays at the kicker man.
Why do you look forward to London Irish Vintage Day so much?
It's just really good coming down here, looking at so many cars and meeting so many new people about here, and just seeing old friends that you just haven't reconnected with. You see so many new people about here, so yeah. So it kind of marks the end of summer, your last outing with all your friends. It's really good, you look forward to it all year, so yeah.
It's all for a good cause, so all the London Irish community support the event every year, so it's amazing how everyone gets together.
How they're never gonna kick you out. You could be roaring at a glass of gin, or swimming in a pool of stout. If you're swinging from the rafters, sure we worry about it after. You'd be doing well to get yourself off your chest. We're all friends. We've smashed guitars, dancing on the bar. When the sun comes out, it's forgotten about. What happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em, and you drink at the kick-em in.
There was also Irish dancing from Donegal Rose and former star of Riverdance, Niamh Shevlin.
Niamh, tell us, how does it feel to be here today for London Irish Vintage Day?
Great, I'm absolutely delighted. I have my parents with me, and my granny and my auntie and my uncle, so everybody's made their way over, so I'm delighted to be here. Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, Donegal have such a big representation here in London. You see all the Donegal tops roaming around, and everybody going past is giving me a wave because they see the Donegal Rose, and it's nice to be representing that too.
Yeah. And of course, you're not just here to do that, a bit of waving and all. You're going to be dancing later. So
I'm dancing over here on the traditional stage, and then I'm dancing before Derek Ryan up on the big stage at 5 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to that, yeah. It's nice. I don't do as much dancing as I used to anymore now. I'm a primary school teacher, so it's nice to get the dancing shoes out for something like this again.
If you're stressed, get it off your chest. We're all friends. We've smashed guitars, dancing on the bar. When the sun comes out, it's forgotten about. What happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em, and you drink at the kick-em in. I'm never gonna kick you out. You could be roaring at a glass of gin, or swimming in a pool of stout. If you're swinging from the rafters, sure we worry about it after. You'd be doing well to get yourself kicked out of the kick-em in. Hey!
Feel now another London Irish Vintage Day is done, and what's more, you've raised over $1 million now, isn't that right?
It's a great relief to get it over the line, because I was stressed out during the week, especially on Thursday, where we had a lot of heavy rain, and all of a sudden then it kind of dried up, and I mean the weather forecast was rain for today, but we're so lucky that we didn't get any rain at all. It was a fabulous day. 2011 we started it, and it's got bigger and bigger, and it's so great. It hasn't really sunk in yet that we've raised $1 million, you know. And some of the charities we've raised money for down through the years, like one comes to mind, like the Kevin Bell Trust, you know, a fabulous charity. And then we've got St Luke's Hospice. That was the first charity we ever raised. It was $32,000 we gave them in 2011, you know. And Tony McGovern was just, I mean, I didn't ask him. I mean, I asked Tony McGovern, and I asked Mickey Moss and Jim O'Doherty and Tommy James and Martin Masterson and you know, different other ones. Probably left out somebody now. And you know, without them boys backing me, this is part of their rodeo as well. This year, hey, it was unreal, and we had a fabulous crowd here as well. Fabulous. Just keep it going, hey, and that's all we can do. And you can see everybody enjoyed themselves, and everybody that I spoke to had a fabulous day and they enjoyed it, and that's what it's about. Not one little bit of trouble, you know. But as I said, and this is the important thing, the committee are excellent, and I thank them very much for their help and their support, you know.
They're never gonna kick you out. You could be roaring at a glass of gin, or swimming in a pool of stout. If you're swinging from the rafters, sure we worry about it after. You'd be doing well to get yourself kicked out of the kick-em in. Oh, what happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em. What happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em in. Oh, what happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em. What happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em in. What happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em. What happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em in. Oh, what happens at the kick-em stays at the kick-em. You've been doing well to get yourself kicked out of the kick-em in. Get out!